Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net. My call sign is BE1CT. My name is Robert, Romeo Oscar Bravo. Echo Romeo Tango, and I'll be your net control station for this evening. Great. This net meets every Wednesday evening at 1900 hours Atlantic time in the CQ Maritime's room, room number 60207. This net is open to all amateurs in the maritime provinces and is scheduled for approximately 1 hour. Amateur radio operators will be called in by province. When you check in, please give me a call sign using proper phonetics. After all the maritime stations are called in for round one, we'll then check for station types of the area, and then we'll proceed with round two for the Maritimes. Break. Just a quick reminder that due to a delay in the fusion system, please tee up for a second or two before transmitting, and keep the push to talk button pressed for a number of seconds after your transmission has finished. Before we start the net, are there any announcements for this evening? Any announcements? Please come down to BE1CT. Okie no announcements. Let's see. So we're now going to do a call out for short time stations at this moment. Any short time stations wishing to check in this evening, please come down with your call sign. BE1CT is standing by.
Victor Echo 1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike.
Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima. Victor Alpha 1 Charlie Bravo Charlie.
Victor Echo 1 Juliet Sierra VE1JS.
Victor Alpha 6 Foxtrot Papa VA6FP.
Alrighty, so far I have 5 stations we're short on time here. I've got DE1 FSM, VE1 JBL, VA1 CBC, hey, Canadian Broadcast Corporation, good call sign, VE1JS, and out from Alberta, Victor Alpha 6 Foxtrot Papa. And if anyone or anyone else who is short time and cannot stick around for the entire net, please come down with your call sign. BE1CT, standing by. Alrighty, top of the list, BE1 FSM, BE1 CT, returning. Good evening. I was supposed to say good morning. Good evening, Frank. How are you this evening, my friend? Come on in.
VE1 Charlie Tango, VE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Good evening, Robert. Good evening to everybody else out there. Yeah, no, been a great week. I've been on vacation. Be sad to see Sunday night come, let's put it that way. And that's why I haven't been around the nets a lot in the morning and whatnot. It's usually in the woods. Anyway, Robert, this is more or less just a quick hello to you and everybody else and a mark for the book. So, I'm going to have to go cook myself something to eat. I just got back here not long ago. So back to you, VE1 Charlie Tango, VE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike.
VE1 FSM, VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, Frank. Doing good there. Glad to have you on board this morning, this evening. And thank you very much for your check-in, my friend. Greatly appreciated. Hey, I look forward to your news update tomorrow morning, if you get a chance there with Maritime 2-meter wake-up net. I'll be net controlling for tomorrow morning. Oh, glad to have you on board, Frank. Thank you very much for your check-in, my friend. Greatly appreciated. And I wish you a great and safe evening, you and yours. Take her easy. VE1 FSM, VE1 CT, 73. Over to Jim, Victor, Echo 1, Juliet, Bravo Lima, VE1 CT, good evening.
VE1 CT, the Maritime Fusion Net VE1 JBL Mobile. Good evening, Robert and Frank before me there. And thanks again for Frank for helping me out there today earlier. Appreciate it there. And we just finished cleaning out, just got finished cleaning for the day at the house there. So we're heading home here now, but we'll be back at it tomorrow. Anyways, that's it from here. Robert, thanks for calling me in, and I'm mobile here, so I'm going to shut things down here because I get out in the woods here and keep my eye on the bears and the deer. So, 7-3, have yourself a great evening and have fun in the net there. Look forward to the recap. VE1 CT from VE1 JBL. Jim here, mobile in Amherst, 7-3.
VE1 JBL Mobile, VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, Jim. Doing great there, my friend. Glad to have you on board. Thanks for the luck wishes there. Greatly appreciated. And you keep your eyes peeled to the road there. Concentrate on that. I'm sure you'll be able to listen to us in the background. Glad to have you on board, my friend. I wish you a great, safe evening, you and yours, and also safe travels there in the mobile, Jim. Take her easy, my friend. VE1 JBL Mobile, VE1 CT 73. And this next amateur is new on my list, but we've got Borden coming in. How's things in Northport there, sir? Victor, Alpha 1, Charlie, Bravo Charlie, VE1 CT. Good evening.
Good evening, Rob. VE1 CT, VA1 CBC. Yeah, just checking in. Not much new, just hanging on here because of the wind. That old north wind hasn't let up all day. It's been pretty ferocious out this way. But no traffic on this end, just a quick check-in. VE1 CT, this is VA1 CBC.
VA1 CBC, VE1 CT returning. Good. VT Borden doing great there. And we've been kind of lucky here in the valley, New Mine this year. It's not been too bad, a little bit of a wind, but not much today. Although yesterday, boys, I'll tell you, at about 1,400 to 1,700 was quite a, we almost had to do an activation here. We almost had a touchdown. We had swirling clouds and all kinds of stuff yesterday afternoon. That was a bit scary. Anyway, glad to have you on board this evening, Morgan. Thank you very much for your check-in, my friends. Greatly appreciated. I wish you a great and safe evening. Take her easy. VA1 CBC and VE1 CT 73. Going over to Jones, see how things are going in San Antonio there, near my home territory when I used to live on Long Island, Digby County. Hi. Good evening, John. VE1JS, VE1CT. Come on in.
Yeah, VE1 CT in the net, VE1JS. Very good evening, Rob. Good evening to all. Sort of quiet here in Sandy Coast today, except for the wind.
which has been blown here for 24 hours or so. It's kind of chilly and blustery. As far as I can tell, all my antennas are still up, and all the siding is still on the house. In the Digby today, and the person I was visiting, the apartment building, half the siding was going off the front of the house, and somebody had neatly stacked it in the foyer in the front. So I think they're going to put it back once things quiet down. Anyway, good to hear you, Rob. Didn't know you used to live on Long Island. If you're down this way, Sandy Cove, drop in. 7-3 for now. Look for you next week. V1CT and the net, V1JS, 7-3.
VE1JS, VE1CT returning. Good EVG, John. Yeah, well, I like how you said that about, making sure that the antennas were still up and you still had siding. Oh, that was a good analogy, my friend. Real good. And if I'm ever down that way ever again, I'll definitely be looking for the house with the most antennas on it. Hi. You have yourself a great, safe evening, you and yours there, John. Glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. And I thank you very much for your check-in. Greatly appreciate it. You take her easy. VE1JS, VE1CT, 7-3. And we're going out to Alberta now, see how Francis is doing there. Victor, Alpha 6, Foxtrot, Papa, VE1CT, good evening.
VE1CT for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FB. Well, good evening to you, Robert, and good evening to everyone on the Maritime Fusion Net this evening. Nice to hear the voices that are familiar so far. Won't be able to hang around, so thank you very much for letting us check in early. I've got to leave here very shortly, so I thought I should check in early tonight, at least get a check mark on your pad for the group. Well, Sunday morning, we had 3 centimeters of snow on the ground. First snowfall of the year. The good news is by noontime on Remembrance Day on Monday, it was all gone. And hopefully it'll stay that way, but they're forecasting possibility of flurries again this evening and again during the day tomorrow. Didn't get that warm today. Got up to 3 degrees Celsius, so it's not exactly balmy weather, but hey, at least it's not minus 30 and 40, which is what usually happens here in January and February. Anyway, thanks very much for letting us check in. We much appreciate it. Hope everyone has a great week ahead, and we'll say 7-3 all around. VE1CT from VA6FB.
VA6FB, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, Francis. Yeah. Hey, good old Alberta. It's the one you don't have a foot already of that nasty white stuff there. Yeah, copy of +3, and actually some stations in New Brunswick, in northern New Brunswick, they were reporting that they had their first snowfall of the season this morning as well there. We've been lucky. We had freezing or ice pellets one day, maybe Sunday or Monday, I forget now. But, it didn't amount to much, but it was definitely causing concern. Hi. I wish you and yours a great, safe evening. You take her easy, Francis, and thank you very much for your check-in, my friend. Greatly appreciate it. You take her easy now. VA6FP, VE1CT, 7-3. All right, now that we've done time-sensitive stations, we're now going to go over to the province of Prince Edward Island. Any station on the mud flap, if you'd like to land, wishing to check in this evening, please come now with your call. CT standing by, PEI station. Okay, we'll try one more time for PEI and stations in BY2 land. Wish you to check in this evening. Please come now with your call sign. BE1CT standing by Prince Edward Island stations. Come now. Alright, yeah, let's see. We'll go by the this evening. We won't throw any monkey wrenches. I'll do Nova Scotia before Brunswick. Hi. Anyway, Brunswick stations now, and the stations in VE9 land. Wishing to check in this evening, please come now with your call sign. VE1CT standing by round 1 New Brunswick.
Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo, V9 OSK.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima, VE9 PAL.
Go Alpha.
Mike Charlie Alpha Portable.
V9 MAH, Victor Echo 9, Mike Alpha Hotel.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Alpha Portable, VE9 MCA.
Alrighty, so far I have 5 New Brunswick stations here. I have VE9 OSK, VE9 PAL, VE9 VEA, VE9 MCA Portable, and VE9 MAH. Did I miss anyone or anyone else from VE9 VA9 land? Wish you to check in this evening. Please come now with your call sign. Be standing by for you.
VE1 Tango United.
Victor Echo 9, Papa India November, VE9 PIN.
Alrighty, we also got VE1 TU, VE9 JCT, and VE9 PIN. Alright, let's see. I didn't hear anything about mobiles, but we had a portable, so let's take Mike real quick there. VE9 MCA portable, VE1 CT. Good evening, Mike.
Yeah, Victor Echo 1 Charlie Tango with the Maritime Fusion Net, Victor Echo 9 Mike Charlie Alpha Portable. Evening, Robert. Good evening to everybody on the net. I think Gordon's in there too, VE9 Golf Charlie. I heard him. Don't know if you got him on the list, but maybe you can put him on. Yeah, we did have some snow, about 2.5 to 3 centimeters here, and it stayed. Moncton doesn't have any snow, but our town, about 10 kilometers north of Moncton, we have snow, and stayed for the day. A bit of it melted away, but not all of it, and stayed cold here. Anyway, Robert, have yourself a great net. I'm busy programming radios. I thought I'd better get in here fast and say hi to everybody, and hi to Bert there coming up, and everybody else. I heard Vern in there too, so hi to everybody. Have yourself a great week. 7-3. VE1CT, VE9 MCA Portable.
VE9 MPA Portable, VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, Mike. Doing great there, my friend. Glad to have you on board this evening. Yeah, I kind of thought that, well, I was wondering when Dwayne was going to chime in there. Hi. I got him added to the list there, and thank you very much for letting me know there. Yeah, I've also got Vern here with me. He'll be number 3 on the list here. So, thank you very much for your chat, my friend. Greatly appreciated. And I wish you and yours a great and safe evening. Take her easy there, Mike. VE9 MCA Portable, VE1 CT 73. Alright, next one. Hey, we got Oscar. How's this in your neck of the woods, my friend? VE9 OSK, VE1 CT. Good evening.
VE1CT, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. Good evening, Robert, and everybody on the Fusion Net tonight. Are we doing fine? We're staying inside, nice and warm. That's the thing to do right now there. Nothing much beside that. Thanks for doing the net, sir, and calling me in. I'd like to say 7-3 to everybody, and we'll catch you next week there again on the Fusion Net. Victor Echo 9 Oscar Sierra Kilo from Dieppe, 730.
VE9 OSK, VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, Oscar. Doing great there, my friend. Glad to have you on board this evening. And thank you very much for your check-in. Greatly appreciate it. And wish you and yours a great and safe evening there. You take her easy. And, yeah, stay safe. You and yours. VE9 OSK, VE1 CT 73. Going over to Paul next, see how things going there in his firefighter town. VE9 PAL, VE1 CT. Good evening.
Victor Echo 9, Victor Echo 1 CT, this is Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima. How are you doing there, Rob?
Let's see. Well, Paul, we lost you after you said, good evening. If you want to try one more time, give it another whirl there. We'll stand by for you. VE9 PAL, VE1 CT. Standing by for you. Come on in.
Yeah, Victor Echo 1 CT, this is Victor Echo 9 PAL. Yeah, I didn't push the button hard enough. Anyway, you guys all have a great week. The snow was coming down quite hard during the choppings there yesterday, but it seemed to be okay there now. They're looking a little cool, 0 degree, but it's winter coming. It's going to eventually hit us anyway. Take care, guys. V9 PAL.
VE9 PAL, VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, Paul. I'm clear there, doing great, my friend. Glad to have you on board, and yeah, that must have been, I know I would have been a little disconcerted over it, that's for sure. It's like, well, okay, winter has now started. Boy. You know, it's funny, although yesterday afternoon as well, just south of me in the home bay, they actually had thunder and lightning yesterday. So, what can we say? Well, glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. Thank you very much for your check-in. Greatly appreciate it. And wish you and yours a great and safe evening. Take her easy there, Paul. We'll catch you tomorrow. Hi. VE9 PAL, VE1 CT 73. And we're going over to Vern. That's Victor Echo 9, Victor Echo Alpha, VE1 CT. Good evening.
VE1 Charlie Tango, Wednesday night net fusion net control. Good evening, Rob, and good evening to Paul going out the door there, and all the other fine, upstanding hams that I've been listening to. Anyhow, Rob, we've been riding along with you pretty well, and we were a couple minutes late, but what the heck. Better late than never, I guess so. We got here faster, but a half-decent day up here, cool, I guess, but outside of that, it was a half-decent day, so we'll take what we get as long as it's not that stuff that Foxtrot Papa is having out there. And who else? Somebody else has some, so they can keep that stuff. I don't want to see any of it up around here. We'll got clear of it so far. Hope we stay clear of it for a while. Anyway, Rob, fine. You got going as usual. Nice and listening to and go from there. So we're coming in with no traffic, just getting our mark on the board. And I wish you all fine, outstanding, upstanding hams, a great evening, what's left of it. Great wake-up call tomorrow, 7 to the wall, 80 East of ladies, a special good evening to the beginner listeners. Turn it back to you, VE1 Charlie Tango. Net control, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha, 730 all, 730 Rob. Thanks for doing that, calling me in. Putting up on the force one more time. Hopefully we'll be around next week to aggravate the airways a bit more. 730, bye-bye.
VE9, VEA, VE1 CT, returning good evening to you, Vern. I'm clear as usual, my friend. Glad to have you on board this evening. Yeah, we always like when you aggravate the airways, you know, hey. And you weren't late at all. You were right on time there, my friend. Well, you have yourself a great, safe evening. And I wish you, I just said great and safe evening. Okay. I'd lose my head if it wasn't tied on here. Anyway, glad to have you on board, Vern. Take her easy, my friend. VE9 VEA, VE1 CT, 73. Alright, next up, going with Gordon and his part of Irish Town. Hi. VE9 DC, VE1 CT, good evening.
Well, good evening, Rob. VE1 CT with the Maritime Fusion Net, VE9 GC, and thanks to Mike for the relay. I didn't hear the readback, so I didn't know that you had missed me, because I know Oscar and Paul and that group had all come in after me, but anyway, for whatever reason, you didn't hear me, and that's okay, and we're in here now, so that's fine. As Mike mentioned, yeah, we got some snow out this way. Matter of fact, quite a bit. So sitting there in my backyard and on my back deck, and it actually cost me an antenna. Woke up this morning and I looked out at the snow and I went, And I looked out and I said, where's my hex beam? And sure enough, I'm not sure whether it was a combination of wind and ice and snow, because we had a lot of ice under the snow here. It was on the ground. And when I went out and looked at it this afternoon, I've already ordered up 3 replacement arms for it. So that's my excitement for the day. And it also managed to break the tripod that it was mounted on, so we have to make some adjustments to that as well. Well, that's my exciting news, and hopefully the parts will get here from Georgia within the next week, and we can get it rebuilt and back on the air. I kind of miss it these days. Anyway, thanks for doing the net. Thanks for calling in, and from a chilly -3 degree North Carolina, back to you, sir. VE1 CT. VE9 GC.
VE9 GC, VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, Gordon. I'm clear as usual. story to hear about the X-beam antenna there laying on the ground. Yep, that's a very sad sight to see. Oh, good to know that you have the replacement parts on their way there. And, hey, yeah, before you know it, you'll have it rebuilt, and as well as the tripod fixed there, you'll have everything up and running as soon as you get the parts there. You're very talented at it there, Gordon. All right, my friend, you and yours have yourself straight, safe evening, and I thank you very much for your check-in. Greatly appreciated there. All right, V90C, V1CT, 7-3. All right, hey, another new ham added to my list here. Bonsoir, Michelle. Understand you're in Dieppe there. Victor Echo 9, Mike Alpha Hotel, VE1CT. Good evening.
V1CT, V9MH. Good evening, Rob, and everybody else. A little cool here in Dieppe. I think it's like -1, but we're not used to the temperature yet, so it feels a little colder than it really is. But we'll get a little more used to it as time comes. Still no snow here, but it was falling a little bit of white stuff last night, but kind of melting as it fell. But probably depends where you're at, because some people had a few centimeters, some had upwards of 10, so hope it stays away from here for a little longer. Anyways, no traffic other than that, so have a great week. 73, V1CT, V9MAA.
VE9MAH, VE1CT, returning. Good evening, Michelle. Doing a great job there, loud and clear. Oh, excuse me. My apologies to everyone. Glad to have you on board there from Dieppe, and -1, it's just enough to tell you, hey, something may be coming soon. And it may be frozen. Hi. Well, glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. Thank you very much for your check-in. It's greatly appreciated. And I wish you and yours a great and safe evening there. Take her easy, my friend. VE9MAH, VE1CT, 7-3. Going over to Denny next, Victor Echo 1, Tango Uniform, VE1CT. Good evening.
VE1 Charlie Tango, this is VE1 Tango United. Good evening, Robert. Good evening to all on the net. Not a whole lot going on here. As usual, we did have one difference this week. My regular care worker that works 2 hours in the morning and 4 in the afternoon from Monday to Friday took a week's vacation this week, so we've had some different people in through the week. But so far, it's been pretty good. Nothing to complain about. And I guess it was starting on Tuesday. I've had the same girl every day up till now, and she'll be here till Friday afternoon, so that's kind of good. When you get a different one every day, it takes a lot of explaining to each one what they're to do. I'll just drop this. And on the weather, well, I guess we haven't had any snow here. Haven't seen any. But I have patio doors facing the west, and when the sun's out, it does get really hot out on the patio, or say warm, and hot in the living room. Those patio doors generate a lot of heat. As soon as the sun goes down, so does the temperature. And it was below zero last night, and it'll be well below zero, I guess, I'll say well below by 3 or 4 tonight. So I guess it's that time of year that are faced with the colder weather, and won't be long we'll have the snow. Robert, I guess that's all from Argyle Street, Fredericton, so back to you. This is VE1 Tango United.
VE1 Tango Uniform, VE1 CT returning. Good evening, Denny. Doing a great job there, loud and clear. And, I'm quite sure your care worker probably needs a week's vacation there so that they can be all ready when they come back and continue their services there for you. Hi. Glad you're able to have a replacement there and things are running normal. Oh, glad to have you on board this evening, Denny. Thank you very much for your check-in, my friend. Greatly appreciate it. And I wish you a great and safe evening. Take her easy. VE1TU, VE1CT, 73. Alright, we have Jean-Claude followed by Bert. I'm quite sure it was JCT, unless maybe I was wrong. It could have been JXT. But we'll find out in a moment here. Let's see if Jean-Claude was the one. Victor Echo 9, Juliet, Charlie Tango, VE1CT. Good evening.
Yeah, very good evening to you, and Robert, and good evening to all on net. Yeah, I'm not on this net too often, but hey, I was came downstairs earlier tonight. Anyway, yeah, like Gord was mentioning about the problem with an antenna with all that wind that we got, and snow also. I know my Fed is she's loaded with ice. Did not break yet. We still have gusts at in the last hour at 47 kilometers an hour. So it's +1 but -6 with that wind. So never stopped for the last 2 days. But anyway, time of the year, that's the way it goes, so we'll go with it, I guess. Anyway, thanks for doing the net, calling me in, and again, 7-3 all around from Shediac, New Brunswick. I'll turn it back to you, Victor Echo 9, Juliet, Charlie Tango.
VE9 GCT, VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, Jean-Claude. Doing great there, my friend. Hey, even if you don't check in often, we always appreciate your check-in whenever you get a chance there. Glad to have you on board this evening, and I wish you and yours a great and safe one. You take her easy there, Jean-Claude. Hopefully we'll catch you tomorrow morning there with Maritime to me to wake up. Hi. Take her easy, my friend. VE9 JCT, VE1 CT, 73. And last up on the New Brunswick list, we have Bert. How's things in your neck of the woods this evening, my friend? VE9 PIN, VE1 CT. Come on in.
Good evening, everyone. As the 2 last days preparing my car for winter, changed the tires, but had to do a brake run there in the back and all that, and noticed yesterday after lunch that the brake pad and I can't recall that there, the round thing that it brakes on one side was damaged there due to the thing that puts the brakes on anyway. And so couldn't do nothing with that. So ordered new parts. One set of parts came in from Quebec City and the other set came in from Moncton. So they got that all this morning around 11. Big till up and went to finish the job, and got 4 good winter tires on the car now, and good brakes at least. Went to Montreal last week. It's that car I don't drive too much. It's Natalie who drives it most. And went up to Montreal and was feeling that in the back there, passenger side, something was screeching. So there was the caliper. Caliper was jammed. So just ordered another one, but a big bundle of money, a nice FTM 300 passed through the expense of that today. So we're going to have to sell some radios. Hi. Anyway, I got a 300 hardly used. It was my spared one, so I'll be selling that, and I think I've got a few FT2s there to get rid of. So anybody interested, call me. 7-3 to all. Have a pleasant evening. Good rest of the week. We had snow over the weekend. Yesterday morning too. We had or Monday in Hamilton area had snow, and here we had it a few times. So I guess we're getting there. Stay safe.
Hello, VE9 PIN, VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, Bert. Loud and clear. Yeah, know exactly what you mean there. With the brake system, of course, you have your caliper, you have your brake disc, whether on front, ventilated, on back, just regular disc, and of course brake pads, and that nasty little caliper. Yeah, if she jams or causes issues like that, yeah, definitely got to get that fixed. Well, glad to hear that car's getting prepped there for winter, and look forward to hearing from you again soon there. Oh, you take her easy, Bert. We'll catch you later, my friend. You have yourself a great and safe evening there. VE9 PIN, VE1 CT 73. Alright, time to start round 1, Nova Scotia, and the stations from VE1, VA1 land, wishing to check in this evening. Please come now with your call sign. VE1 CT is standing by Nova Scotia stations for round 1. Come now.
Victor Echo 1 Zulu Bravo Mobile.
Check in, check out. V2D, quick and check in, check out.
Victor Echo 1 Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray VE1 FOX.
Victor Echo 1 Golf Uniform Yankee VA1 GY.
Victor Echo 1 Mike Uniform India VE1 MUI.
Alrighty, just want to leave a little bit of space. I know that sometimes if you're coming through the repeater, I know that, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, let's see. I've got VE1 ZB, VE2 Delta Echo. Good evening, Don. And I understand you're in and out there. You were doing good there. Thanks for your check-in. Greatly appreciated. Then we heard from Fox, Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot, Oscar X-Ray. Then we had VE1 GUI and VE1 Mike Uniform India. Did I miss anyone or anyone else from Nova Scotia wishing to check in? This is round 1 for VE1 BA1 land. Please come now with your call sign. VE1 CT standing by.
2 Delta Echo, VE2DE for a quick check-in, check-out.
Yeah, we've got you there, Don. VE2DE, VE1CT. Thanks for your check-in, my friend. Greatly appreciate it. You take her easy. All right, going with Mike of VE1ZB, VE1CT. Good evening.
VE1, Charlie Tango, VE1 Zulu Bravo. Good evening, Robert. Good evening, everybody on frequency. Good windy evening in Oxford here, and just finished up putting winter tires on the last vehicle in the family fleet here, so I'm glad I got that tour all done. So, nothing further from here. Thanks for checking me in, VE1 Zulu Bravo.
VE1ZB, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, Mike. Loud and clear as usual, my friends. Glad to have you on board this evening, and thank you very much for your check-in. Greatly appreciate it. I wish you a great and safe evening there, you and yours, my friend. You take her easy, Mike. VE1ZB, VE1CT, 73. Alright, let's see. Next up, Curtis. Hey, how's things going there in 3 Mile Plains there, my friend? VE1FOX, VE1CT. Good evening.
Hey, Victor, Echo 1, Charlie Tango, with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor, Echo 1, Foxtrot, Oscar, X-Ray, here in 3 Mile Plains. Good evening to you, Robert. Good evening to all the other operators on this evening. Well, look, I'll tell you, Robert, it's cold down here, but again, I don't mind the cold, but that wind is raw. All day, and last night it blew really hard, and it is cold. They'll cut right through you. Right now, we're looking at -1 degree here in 3 Mile Plains. So, I can imagine what the morning's going to be like. Be nice big white frost out there. Besides that, not really much going on. Playing around with linear amplifiers and stuff and seeing what we can get out of them. So, that's about it coming from this neck of the woods. Anyway, Robert, thanks for calling me in. Thanks for being there for the net. So, with that, we'll give it back to you. Have a great evening. Have a great rest of the evening. Have a great week coming up. The rest of this week, and we'll talk to you another time for sure. So, Victor Echo 1, Charlie Tango, with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot, Oscar, X-Ray, here in 3 Mile Plains. 7-3, Robert, back to you.
VE1. FOX, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, Curtis. Copy your -1 there. And, yeah, I guess we'll have to break down and admit it. That winter season is going to be on us pretty soon here. But, yeah, I agree, especially like, of course, back when I used to go deer hunting, it used to be nice to, wake up right at the crack of dawn there and jump into some warm clothes and go on out and walk the woods. So I know how you feel about that. It's a nice, invigorating feeling, that's for sure, my friend. Well, glad to have you on board this evening, and thank you very much for your check-in, Curtis. Greatly appreciate it there. I wish you and yours a great and safe evening. Hopefully we'll hear from you tomorrow there with the Maritime 2-meter wake-up net. Hi. Take her easy, my friend. VE1 FOX, VE1CT, 7-3. Going over to Joe, next to Victor, Echo 1, Golf Uniform Yankee, VE1CT. Good evening.
VE1CT, Roth, VE1GUI, Golf Uniform Yankee. Yeah, good evening to you and good evening to everyone else here on Maritime Fusion Net here on a Wednesday night. Yeah, no, it's not been a bad day. Yeah, it's got that wintry feeling, that coolness. Little breeze going here also. We headed up to 58 kilometers here today to the northeast. And that northeast got the biting touch to it. Anyhow, we got 1 degree here now. 1 degree and feels like -4. That's what it tells me. -4 for a wind chill. -4.2, I think it is. So, anyhow, that's what's going on here as far as the weather goes. And we still got, he's hit up to 30 there now. She come down a little bit, 20 to 30, but she's been up to 58 there today. So, anyway, she's supposed to diminish down a little teeny bit tomorrow. And then after daylight, she'll breeze up again probably before noon, so sometimes after dinner. It seems like to be a peak of it. But anyway, after that, she should be going down the other way. See you later there, Rob. Thanks for letting me in. Enjoy the rest of the evening. See you later, everyone. GUI.
VE1 GUI, VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, Joe. Oh, you were close. Actually, next week it'll be CA's turn. This is CT. You were good to have you on board this evening, Joe. I greatly appreciate it for you checking, my friend, and copy with the wind chill, -4.2. Okay, well, that's enough to, well, like you were saying, those northeasters just love to just climb into your bones and just sink in. Gosh, I've been lucky so far. My arthritis hasn't reminded me that it's there yet, but I'm quite sure it will soon. Anyway, glad to have you on board this evening, Joe. And thank you again for your check-in, my friend. Greatly appreciate it. I wish you and yours a great and safe evening. Degrees. VE1 GUI, VE1 CT 73. Alright, next up we're going with Matt. He's last on the list for round 1 Nova Scotia here. VE1 MUI, VE1 CT. Good evening, Matt. Come on in.
V1 CT and Fusion Maritime Net, VE1 MUI. Good evening, Rob. Everybody on the net this evening. Yeah, cold and blustery evening here in Pumlico too. Same as in Cape Island, I'm sure. And didn't get a whole lot done outside today, I guess. It was just a little on the chilly side. The wife mowed yesterday for the last time, so I took the deck off this afternoon of the mower and hit it with the pressure washer, got all the green slime out, put that in the barn and washed the mower off. Put the tool stabilizer to that and parked that in the corner. That'll sit till spring. And I went for a little tour around and up at my buddy's shop there. He's got an excavator and he had a crack in the boom, so helped him get a handle on the hydraulic cylinder there and get the pin out and get the welder in there to weld on the boom. There was a crack there right around where the pin goes through that holds the hydraulic cylinder. So anyway, they got that done, and I've been home ever since. Just waiting for the wife to get off of work here any minute, and I got supper made for her, so she might be in a good mood tonight. Hi. Anyway, 7-3, hopefully everybody has a good week. VE1 CT, VE1 MUI.
VE1 MUI, VE1 CT returning. Good. VT Matt, loud and clear, my friend. Oh, yeah, always good to keep the XYL happy. That's for sure. And, hey, good job making dinner for her there. Hi. Oh, glad to have you on board this evening, Matt. Thank you very much for your check-in. Greatly appreciated. And glad you're able to get the weld back into shape there and get those pins put back in nice and secure. Hi. Oh, you take her easy, my friend. You and yours yourselves a great, safe evening there. VE1 MUI, VE1 CT 73. All right, we're at the end of round 1. We're now going to pause. Come on, speak. Okay. We're going to put out a call now for any stations outside the Maritimes wishing to check in this evening. Any stations outside the Maritimes, please come now with your call sign, BE1CT, standing by for you. Okay, we'll put out one more call for any stations outside the Maritimes wishing to check in this evening. Please come now with your call sign. BE1CT is standing by for you. Come now. Alrighty, well, hey, that doesn't happen too often. Well, so far, although we've been doing pretty good here, we have 20 check-ins so far. So let's see if we can add a few more. We're going to now start round two. Round two with PEI stations. And the stations from BY2 land, the mud flap, ready to check in this evening. Please come now with your call sign. BE1CT is standing by. Stations from PEI.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Charlie Charlie.
And so far we have Joe, Victor Echo 1, JCC, Junk Collector Corporation. Hi. I'm just going to see if George is there. Usually he is, so I know that sometimes he has difficulty with the repeater there. Let's just see if he's on board to add him to the list there. You with us, Sir Joe, in Charlottetown there, BY2GF, VE1GT. Are you there? Okay, well, we tried. So, hey, we got Joe from the western end of the mud flap. Hi. How's things in BY2 land there, my friend? My goodness, you know, even though you said BE1, I could easily put you down as BY2. Come on in, Joe. BE1 JCC, BE1 CT. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Rob, and good evening, everybody on the Maritime Fusion Net. Yeah, you can write it whatever you want on the paper there. It don't matter to me. Anyway, we got +1 here at the west end of the island here this evening. It was colder than that, but it warmed up a little bit. I don't know if maybe it's because it calmed down some. My goodness gracious, that the wind is blowing right on the shore here pretty near. No, not quite. It'd have to be northwest to blow right on the shore here where I'm at, and it was about north. And maybe a little bit of northeast in it, but not a lot. And it blew our yards. I'll have to crank the towers down and tilt them over and touch all the loose nothing buts. I'd say I think I'm gonna start using Loctite around here. I think. Anyway, and maybe a welder. Weld everything down. Dear gracious sakes, when it blows, and it blows hard, and it's supposed to blow tomorrow too, but not as hard as it was today. It blew 100 there in the Confederation Bridge. I got a nap there, and it's been near my trucking time, so we keep an eye on the wind speed because we can get stranded over either on the other side, New Brunswick side, or this side. Anyway, Rob, thanks for calling us in there, and thanks for doing the net. Have a great rest of the net, and all the best to you, and God bless to everyone on the frequency there. VE1 Juliet Charlie Charlie.
VE1 JCC, VE1 CD returning. Good evening to you, Joe. Loud and clear, my friend. Doing great there from the western end of the mud flap. Hi, hi. Good quick question for you. All right, we know that once the winds get to be a certain speed, they close the bridge. What's the wind speed have to be? Back to you.
A good question, and it depends on the angle of the wind, the position of the wind. If the wind is side on to that bridge, about 90 clicks, and they will. Once it reaches 90, then it'll take. It takes about every 6 minutes. It updates on the internet, online there, but they keep an eye on it. And before they'll let any tractor trailers go, this was just for tractor trailers too, that speed, that's just for high-sided vehicles. And whenever it reaches a speed where they shut her down, they won't let anybody go until it comes down to about 84 kilometers, and it needs to stay there for 15 or 20 minutes. And if it don't, you don't go. For when they shut it down for everything, it's about 125 kilometers or 120. I was out there one day in a half ton when it was blowing 120 kilometers, and we were in a Ford F-150, and it was an aluminum truck, like the new ones are all aluminum. I thought she was gonna shake to pieces there. I thought we were in a can of beer or a pop can. But anyway, nothing against Ford F-150s because I drive one, but they're pretty light. So, but that's the story on the bridge there, depending on the angle. Over.
Affirmative, Joe. All right, totally understood there. Also understood that you were speaking about transport trucks in general there. Copy that depending on the direction of the wind, 90 kilometers an hour is usually when they shut down. And before you're allowed to go across, you got to be back well below 84 kilometers an hour. Also, total shutdown on the bridge, 120. Oh, I can imagine. It's a wonder that you didn't just fly away. Yeah, tin cans, boys, I'll tell you. Oh, I'm glad to have you on board, and thank you very much for that extra information, Joe. Greatly appreciated, my friend. I wish you and yours a great safe evening. You take her easy there. VE1 John Collector Corporation from the western end of the Bud Flap. VE1CT 73, my friend. All right, going over to New Brunswick again, round 2-4 New Brunswick. Any other stations this evening? From VE9, VA9 land, wishing to check in, please come down with your call sign. VE1CT is standing by, round 2, New Brunswick stations.
Victor Echo 1, Oscar Lima, VE1 OL.
Alrighty, so far I have Aubrey with us here, VE1OL. Are there any other stations for round 2 New Brunswick? Round 2 New Brunswick stations, please come now with your call sign, VE1CT, standing by. Oh, I guess you're all on there, Aubrey. Let's bring you in there, my friend. VE1OL, VE1CT, good evening.
Yeah, VE1C in the net, VE1OL. Hi, Rob. Greetings from Chris Nemesis, and nice to hear everybody. Quite a few of the stations I've heard on here tonight. I was also listening to on the Maritime Net, where I was also checked in. And there's another net yet tonight at 9 o'clock from Air Machine Net. And so it's a busy night. Anyway, I've been working away at my ice maker on my refrigerator. It's working fine, but for some reason or other, the section that makes the ice cubes is leaking from the bottom, leaking water, drip, drip. So I don't know what's happening there. I never did that before. Otherwise, it's working. So I'm trying to figure that one out. Nothing new here, and just nice to be on the net, and thank you very much, Rob, and back to you, VE1OL.
VE1OL, VE1CT, returning good evening to you, Aubrey. Doing great there from Chris Nemesis. Beautiful job. Glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. Thank you very much for your check-in. Greatly appreciate it. And I wish you a great and safe evening. You take her easy, Aubrey. VE1OL, VE1CT, 73. Alright, well, we're now going to go with round 2 for Nova Scotia, the peninsula here. Hi. And the stations from VE1, VA1 land. Wishing to check in this evening, this is round 2 for Nova Scotia stations. VE1CT is standing by. Come now. Wowee. Alright, let's try one more time. This is round 2 for VE1, VA1 land stations and stations in Nova Scotia. Wishing to check in to the Maritime Fusion Net, please come now with your call sign. VE1CT is standing by.
Victor Echo 1, Hotel Alpha Papa, VE1 HAP.
Alrighty, we've also got Happy with us. Good evening, sir. VE1 HAP, VE1 CT. Good evening.
VE1 CT and the Maritime Fusion Net, VE1 HAP. Good evening to all on frequency, and anybody else that hasn't, that's been there, and the ones that are still going to come behind you, I guess. Yeah, it was a blowy, windy, cool day today, and the temperature was quite cool. I have my temperature outside saying minus 0.7, so it's kind of cool. Actually, I was just thinking I probably, well, it's not cold too much. I've got an electric golf cart that I've got in the garage, and the batteries are charged up, but I could go and just plug it in for the night just to make sure that they're okay. But I'll give it time for it'll probably warm up back tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see, but it's giving some rain later on, so we do need some rain. Some of the wells are still dry, so we'll have to. The winter's not going to kick in until everything is all full. So other than that, that's about it. Has a busy day on the bus at work, and but we got everybody picked up and dropped off and all that jazz. So we'll see 7-3s, and we'll catch you later on. VE1CT, VE1HAP.
VE1HAP, VE1CT, returning good evening to you. Happy copy your minus 0.7. Oh, it's enough to remind you that, cooler weather is on its way. Hi. Oh, glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. Thank you very much for your check-in. It's greatly appreciated. And I wish you a great and safe evening. You take her easy there, Happy. VE1HAP and VE1CT 7-3. All right. Well, round 1 and round 2 is all over. We have a total of 23 check-ins here. Let's see if we can find some more. Because now we're going to open it up to any and all other stations wishing to check in this evening. Any other stations, VE1CT is standing by.
Victor Echo 3, X-Ray India Delta, Jim in Cornwall, VE3XID.
Alrighty, so far we have VE3XID. Good evening, Jim. Are there any others? Any other stations? We'll put out a final call for any stations wishing to check in to the Maritime Fusion Net this evening. Like I say, so far we've got come with us here, VE3XID. Are there any others? This is the final call. VE1CT is standing by for your call sign. Alrighty, let's bring Jim in and see how things are going there in Cornwall. How's things going there, my friend? VE3XID, VE1CT. Good evening.
Oh, VE1CT, VE3XID. Oh, good evening, Rob, and everyone on the net. Well, it's cool. It's -1, but clear sky, no precipitation expected for a while anyway, which is good. I don't need any of the white stuff. Yeah. Other than that, just thought I'd put a bean in the pot here and listen right along. So we'll say 7-3 and listen for you next week. VE1CT, VE3XID, out.
VE3XID, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, James. Doing good there. Glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. Thank you very much for checking in there from Cornwall, Ontario. Well, we always appreciate the check-ins there from outside the Maritimes just as much as inside the Maritimes. Hi. Oh, glad to have you on board, and I thank you very much for your check-in, my friend. Greatly appreciated. You and yours have yourselves a great and safe evening. And, yeah, I agree. I don't know, this year, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to winter all that much. We'll see what happens. Anyway, you take her easy there, my friend. VE3XID, VE1CT 7-3. All right, so we're now going to proceed to close out the net at this time. And we had a total of 24 check-ins this evening. From all of our current Maritime Fusion Net controllers, we would like to thank all of our esteemed amateurs who checked in this evening. We're also grateful to all of the owners and clubs, as well as the maintenance crews of the repeater nodes that are presently linked in tonight, for helping us expand the area for local ham radio operators to check in. Break. A recap of the net will be posted on the Maritime Fusion Net webpage at www.MikeAlphaAlphaRomeoCharlie.CharlieAlpha. That's www.MARC.ca. Now that the net is concluded, I'll return the repeaters of Fusion notes to normal service. This is VE1CT for the Maritime Fusion Net. Signing off, wishing everyone a big symmetry, and above all, stay safe, and we hope to hear from you all again next week. Next week's net controller will be Rob, VE1CA. This is VE1CT. We'll be clear.